Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're looking at some of the most talked about songs of all time that became famous for the wrong reasons. Owing to their explicit or upsetting content, these releases were heavily censored, if not banned, entirely. Pumped Up Kicks, Foster the People. It is common to misunderstand this upbeat song at first. Pumped Up Kicks is obviously not about shoes. It addresses mental health struggles among young people through a character named Robert, who imagines threatening his peers. An interpretation that the song might be romanticizing such a crime led to it being denounced. Parts of the lyrics were also censored. However, the band's former bass player, Cubby Fink's connection to the Columbine High School incident, of which his cousin was a survivor, proved that the track had a personal dimension. Foster himself had been taunted at school and hoped to bring attention to the cause of youth violence.
All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run.
However, following the tragic Sandy Hook Elementary School attack, a few radio stations understandably banned the song. Dear God XTC. An atheist's take on God ruffled more than a few feathers.
Dear God, hope you got the letter and I pray you can make it better down here.
In the lyrics of Dear God, XTC frontman Andy Partridge, the atheist in question, explored concepts like suffering, questioning why such a painful thing should exist if the Almighty is truly omnibenevolent. It drew the ire of religious fanatics who resorted to extreme measures like sending harmful messages to Partridge and threatening to destroy a radio station airing the song. At the same time, the record also inspired a student to hold a staff member hostage at his school, forcing the institution to play it on the speaker system. The song was eventually taken off the air and widely banned, both in the US and the UK. Killing in the Name, Rage Against the Machine. Rather than being particularly alarming in terms of content, this song had listeners clutching their pearls due to its profanity.
Killing in the name of.
Killing in the Name has curse words scattered throughout the lyrics. These serve to amplify the song's firm stand against mindless violence by law enforcement officials.
Some of those that work forces draw the same that burn crosses.
Such unchecked aggression against an African-American individual named Rodney King sparked the 1992 Los Angeles riots. Rage used their platform to express their disappointment in the police, but their explicit language led to censorship.
Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you.
Even the music video was banned by MTV in the US. Across the pond, BBC Radio 1 accidentally played the explicit version to countless listeners and was hit with much backlash. Even so, the track certainly succeeded in getting its message across.
I won't do what you tell me.
Die MF Die. Dope. Subtlety isn't exactly a defining characteristic of industrial metal music.
I don't need your forgiveness. I don't need your hate.
If it's not already evident from the title of the song, Die MF Die is an unapologetically contentious record.
I don't need your prayer. I don't need no religion. A faith from you.
The anti-authoritarianism ringing clear at its core is almost eclipsed by the raging chorus. It's not exactly the type of tune you'd want to listen to on your way to work. Instead, it apparently found unexpected popularity in the military. According to the band's lead singer, Edsel Dope, Die MF Die boosted soldiers' morale. It's not surprising that such a song had limited promotion aimed at the general public via broadcast.
Die. Die. Die.
Smack My Bitch Up, the Prodigy. One of the strangest things in music history is the unironic success of this song. It was banned by the BBC and censored or completely removed from airplay by most radio stations for promoting misogyny. Its music video, which doubled down on the mistreatment of women portrayed in lyrics, earned heavy criticism. Still, it won several awards, performed decently on charts, and is even celebrated for being scandalous. Although the band claimed that they never meant to encourage gender-based violence through the song, critics were far from convinced. After all, with a title like that, it's hard to see any other intention. Cop Killer, Body Count. Written by Ice-T as a protest record against police brutality, this song had a massive impact on pop culture in the 90s.
I got my black shirt on. I got my black gloves on. I got my ski mask on.
The lyrics, which blatantly depict the narrator on a deadly revenge hunt against cops, did not sit well with the US government at the time, let alone broadcasters.
I got my 12-gauge sawed off. I got my headlight turned on.
It was condemned by the then President George H.W. Bush and angered the police, who in turn pressured Warner Brothers to withdraw the song entirely.
Cop killer, better you than me.
However, the market left on the hip-hop landscape remains indelible to this day.
Cop killer. But tonight we get even.
Kim, Eminem. The king of rap has a reputation for going hard. So when he came out with a diss track about his ex-wife Kim, not many were shocked that it was brimming with hatred.
Don't make me wake this baby. She don't need to see what I'm about to do. Quit crying, bitch. Why you always make me shout at you?
The lyrics, in which he spits brutal bars about taking Kim's life, were vehemently criticized.
You really did a number on me. I never knew me cheating on you would come back to haunt me.
What's even more baffling is that he even played the song for her, passing it off as proof that he cares. While some music experts lauded the artistry of the song, others saw little more than a cruel fantasy painted by a scorned husband.
Come on, get out. I can't. I'm scared.
As its popularity was undeniable, a clean version was adopted for radio, but airing the original was out of the question. A station even faced a penalty for doing so.
I don't wanna go on living in this world without you.
Jeremy, Pearl Jam. This song was based on the story of a troubled teen, Jeremy Wade Dell, who took his own life in front of his classmates.
At home, drawing pictures of mountaintops with him on top.
Another tragedy that informed it involved a boy named Brian, who allegedly opened fire at a San Diego school attended by Pearl Jam's Eddie Vedder.
Clearly I remember picking on the boy.
The track was a mega hit, but the graphic music video, which recreates Jeremy harming himself, crossed the line. It had to be edited according to the rules of censorship at the time, but even then, it was rarely broadcast since what happened at Columbine High School. The video also reportedly influenced the perpetrator of a similar crime at a Washington academy. Contrary to Vedder's hopes of curbing gun violence, the song seemingly had an adverse effect. Blank Me, Nirvana. If you look beyond the shocking title, this record has much substance. This isn't unexpected though, given that this is Nirvana we're talking about. Kurt Cobain's lyrics may appear disturbing, but they are meant to slam sexual offenders without softening the blow. It is also a commentary on the invasive nature of fame and how it affected Cobain's own life, especially his relationship with Courtney Love. However, MTV had no plans of examining the deeper meaning of the track, not with the name it had. Nirvana was promptly banned from playing it live at the 1992 VMAs. However, the band managed to sneak in a bit of the track into their performance of Lithium that night anyway.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Angel of Death, Slayer. We just know fans had a hard time defending this one.
Twist, the meaning of pain, the way that I want you to die. Slow down, immense decay.
Angel of Death from Slayer's seminal album Rain in Blood was inspired by the Nazi doctor Joseph Mengele. During the Holocaust, he earned the nickname Angel of Death for his cruel human experiments. Thus, the song was deemed too repulsive by Columbia Records, which barred the release of the album. It eventually came out thanks to Geffen Records, but without much fanfare.
The blood, very light. Smell your death as it burns deep inside of you.
Soon after, Slayer had been labeled as Nazi sympathizers for being insensitive to Holocaust survivors. Although guitarist Jeff Hanneman, who wrote the song, denied he glorified Mengele, he wasn't able to get rid of suspicions suggesting otherwise. Naturally, with all this controversy, radio stations weren't keen on playing it either.
Watch out, Angel of Death! Angel of Death!
Do you think these songs would be received better if they were released now? Tell us your thoughts in the comments down below.